out there. It's me, Destiny Beasley, aka the Broadcast Baddie, and welcome to Keep It Local, where we keep it everything culture, community, and of course the 225. But we have a special guest with us today. You already know we're in a heightened political season right now. We're just ahead of the May 16th election. And with me today, we have Mr. Jamie Davis.
Yes.
You are running for the Senate seat.
Yes.
The big boy seat.
Come on now. Come on.
Yes. So how has that been for you so far? Just being out to different areas within this state, because you're just not in one area.
Right.
It's the whole
Louisiana. And I've had series of days where I've gone from Shreveport to Lafayette to New Orleans, back to Winsboro in just a couple of days. You know, when you don't control the schedule of when people invite you to events, you do your best to try to get there when they call on you.
I'm already knowing
especially especially when you know you're not a kitchen table name, and that's the only way you can build credit with the people is by showing up. And I believe that when people notice that you show up, they can represent you by giving you a nod with their vote.
You're absolutely right about that.
Yeah.
So we just going, backtrack and get into, your early beginnings.
Okay.
So you're a third generation farmer.
Yes.
So you're not like the typical politician where, a lot of these politicians, they go to law school, they become attorneys, they practice law, and all of a sudden they end up...
Ain't you sick of them folks? I just got to keep it real.
Well, on Keep It Local, we do keep it real.
Okay, so ain't you sick of them? Because what we do, we go out and we vote for the people, and we give them an opportunity to serve us. And what do they do when they get in office? What they want to do.
And that's what it appears to be.
Yes.
Because you see a lot of things that do come across as cosmetic gestures.
Yes.
Because it's like, I voted for you.
Right.
Because you said you were going to do all these things.
That's
and I'm
exactly
not
right.
it.
No, you're not seeing it.
But for you, growing up within a family of farmers, and now you're a farmer, you took over your family farm, Davis Family Farms.
Yes.
And how is that just, growing up within, a family where you're not close to politics, you're close to the land. Like you're literally close to the land.
Close to the land.
How is that?
Well, when you make your living off the land, it makes you respect people, your community, nature. You respect that better because, number one, your precious land is what you use as your source to make a living.
Yeah.
So, which means that you'll always protect your asset.
Yeah.
Whereas, for a lawyer or a doctor, their asset may be their skill or what their knowledge of what they've learned from college. Well, my precious asset is the land because without the land, my income source diminishes because in order to plant a seed, you must have fertile land in order for it to grow. So, you plant a seed and hope that it's a lot of faith-based. Yeah.
So what inspired you to even get into politics? Because you first started your run as, police juror in Tensall Parish.
Well,
so how do you translate going from being a farmer to a police juror, and now you're running for the Senate?
Well, public service happened for me always with a fight. That's the way public service started for me. It was always with a fight. The first time I really got involved in the public service was when Tensall Parish decided they wanted to consolidate the schools.
Okay.
And the parish, by distance long, is probably about 40 to 45 miles, with 3 towns in that distance. To the north, you have Newellton, about middle ways, you have St. Joseph, and down on the south end of the parish is Waterproof, where I grew up. And so when that consolidation was happening, all I could think about if we consolidate to the middle, where the parish seat was and still is, if we consolidate to the middle, there'll be kids on both ends of the parish that got to get up 5:30 in the morning to try to get to school, which means they'll get home at that time in the evening.
Oh no.
They spend all of their day basically either at school or going or coming from school. And so I got into that fight. Of course, we did lose the fight because the schools did consolidate, but that was the start. And it started a fire that basically didn't put out. Whenever I felt like something just wasn't right and I needed to step in, I'd step in. I'm not saying that I was in the next fight or the next one, but when I was needed in a fight, I would step up and get involved. And that's how I ended up winning the police juror seat. There was a fight and we needed some change, and I stepped up and was fortunate to win.
So you went from just seeing a need, and that just added the fuel to your fire. Like, okay, I see that, the people that are in charge, they're not doing what's right.
That's exactly
so how about
right.
I step in?
Yeah.
And, actually fight for the people.
Yes.
Because it's like you're fighting for yourself. That's how you basically
that's
feel.
basically what it is, because the people need to know that a vote for Jamie Davis is a vote for themselves, because I have those same outrageous health insurance bills without a subsidy that they have. I pay the same money that they pay for gas that's high.
Okay. They said this is cum laude.
Right.
Cum laude.
So here it is. Your struggle is mine.
Yeah.
Because number one, I'm not a rich guy. I'm a working man that has bills just like everybody else. So when you step in and you fight for the people, you're actually fighting for yourself and for the people.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then just going on from police juror, you started to run for the state representative, and that's how we
met.
first met.
Yeah.
That's how we first met.
Yeah.
And so, unfortunately, you did not win that race. But how do you think just running on the state level, how did that shape you for this moment now?
If it not be for that run, I wouldn't be here now. Because what basically happened is there was a need in District 21.
Yeah.
And I tried to fill that need. The people said, we don't need you right now. Your time will be later.
Yes.
So I just started serving, and the time is now.
Yes. And I've been out there to Madison Parish, the Tallulah area.
Yeah.
And so I understood the need that you had.
Right.
And so just seeing that and just knowing like, okay, the fight, you didn't give up. And so
No.
seeing you,
Right.
do you think that's inspiring for other people to see that you didn't give up and now you're going for something bigger than that level?
Well, yeah, because anybody that's watched and been around my so-called political history should know that if you believe in a cause, you don't give up because the door is closed. You keep knocking until it's answered or until the issue is fixed. Sometimes your call to service it may not be for you to win the seat. It may for you to cast the light to shine to where somebody can see the issue that you're fighting for. So if I don't win this race, people of Louisiana will know that rural Louisiana and impoverished communities are hurting.
Yeah.
Regular working class people are hurting because I'll be screaming it to the mountaintops.
I know that's right.
Right. And so, but, I don't want to think about losing. I want to think about a Louisiana where we get up and we go vote, because if Louisiana gets up and go vote, we will win this race, because the numbers say that a Democrat can win this race.
Okay. Well, we're going to get more into your platform.
Okay.
So, Localians, I think we're going to go with that. Localians. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back after this break.
Advertising and operating a business go hand in hand. Mad Game Entertainment has a long, detailed history of working within clients' budgets and delivering big results. Mad Game helped launch the popular Go Vote app. We've been involved with several successful political campaigns. We assist the everyday marketing needs for small businesses and many other organizations. We custom fit marketing plans for the largest budget and the most modest. We look forward to enhancing your presence in your industry.
Did you miss me? Well, I hope you did. And I hope you missed Jamie too, because we're back. And so where we left off, we're just talking about, just your fight for the state. And it started from your area where you grew up in.
Yes.
And then it grew larger to where you wanted to run for a state representative.
Right.
And you did not win that race, but now you're back. You're running for the Senate seat.
Yes.
They say the big boy seat.
Right.
And so I looked at some of your platforms, affordability, healthcare. So tell me a little bit about some of the things that if you were to win this seat and you go into, the U.S. Capitol, what would that
Yes.
look like for you?
What I believe it looks like is, number one, if we take control, if Democrats take control, ooh, so if we take control, it looks totally different versus if we don't have control. If we have control, then that means that we can pass bills that has a great opportunity to pass.
Yeah.
Which means that we can now reverse those healthcare cuts and save those rural hospitals that's on the chopping block. It means that we have the opportunity to pass legislations to give teachers that real income increase that they deserve, because how in the world can the people that's training our children to be the future that we want them to be one of the lowest paying jobs that there is, on an entry level? That's absolutely ridiculous. I think being a teacher is one of the most important jobs that there is, because you're basically training the future of America. And we're disrespecting teachers when we don't treat them and give them their flowers that they deserve. Yes.
And then I also read upon how you plan on reversing a lot of things that have already been executed as of right now, as far as, healthcare
Right.
and, livable wages.
Yes.
And so you're only one person.
No doubt.
You're only one person. And if elected, you have these other colleagues. How would that look like for you to get them on your side to reverse some of these things? Because say, for instance, that there aren't as many Democrats and it's still,
Right.
Republican rule.
Right. So
And
that's
so
why.
how would you get, your colleagues to even
Right.
get on your side?
Well-
And y'all have two different views.
Right. Well, that's why I said we got to flip. We got to make that flip. Now, what we're talking about looks totally different if we don't make the flip. Well, then that's when it comes into what I've been doing in my business life
Yeah.
for a long time in negotiating.
Yeah.
So, and I think I'll have the ability to negotiate to still try to pass things that we can agree on mutually. And that's where the bipartisanship comes in at. And I think I have the ability from all of my business endeavors and just being a person that always had to negotiate for something. If it was just a fuel price or interest rate on a loan, or if it was to negotiate a rent deal with a landowner. So negotiations is part of what I've been doing for a long time, and I feel like I'll use that skill to be able to talk and negotiate with colleagues to be able to pass bills that are bipartisan.
Yes. And as we can see now, just with what's going on in our state capital, well, not our state capital, but the U.S. capital,
Yeah.
We see a lot of loyalty over people, a lot of politics over people. And
Yes.
I saw that you even talked
I
about
can tell you
that.
right now, I ain't got time for that right there. I ain't got time to be playing politics. People are suffering out here. We ain't got no time to be shutting governments down and all of that to play politics. I'm coming to serve the people. The people is first for me, and I think when Louisiana is when we put Louisiana first, that's when it happens for the people, and that's what I'm all about. I have a legacy that I want to leave.
Yes.
No different than anybody else. Do you have any children, Miss Destiny?
Oh, no, sir.
Okay, well,
No, I do not.
right. I've got kids, and I'm not gonna be here forever.
Yeah.
And so when my name is on the ledger, I want my babies to be able to say that dad or granddad, he did his best to make a way.
Yes.
And so in order to do that, you have to serve, and you have to be able to negotiate. You have to be able to bring things home to where you can make your community better. That's the only reason why I'm serving. I'm not going to serve just to say, I want a seat.
Yes.
I want life to be better for people in Louisiana and also, of course, my family.
Do you believe that your message is being reached to those who might see differently than you?
Well,
especially as far as party, because as we can see through now it's just a divide between parties.
Yeah.
If you're a Democrat, you stay on your side. If you're a Republican, you stay on your side. But do you think that your message is being reached not only on, the Democratic side, but on the Republican side?
Yes, and because there is, if you go and look on my social media,
Yes.
you'll see Republicans, people that say they're Republicans, but I'll vote for you.
Yes.
I've had people to tell me that they're supporting a candidate on the Republican side.
Yes.
And if their candidate don't win, they're not voting for the other candidates of the other three that's left.
Yeah.
That I would be their choice. So I think that when you show people who you are and they can feel it, they'll give you a shot. Because it's not about playing politics. It's about making a better way for people of Louisiana.
Yes. And the reason why I asked, because this election, it's a closed primary.
Yes.
So May 16th, that is going to be a closed primary. So for those out there who do not know, if you're a registered Republican, you have to stay on the Republican side, and that goes the same for Democratic. And if you're independent, you have to register as no party for this race. And so the reason why I asked is because there are some registered Republicans that they may feel as if they would vote for you, but with this closed primary, they can't.
That's right.
So how do you feel with, this being a closed primary? Do you think that hurts, your potential votes?
It could possibly, but and it's a way that I believe it preps people to have the ability to say, well, if my guy or my girl don't make it, I'm riding with this person. Or if they feel strong enough, they have until April the 15th to go no party And no different than what has been happening on the other side, because some of the Republican candidates has actually met with Democrats and asked them to help them succeed through the primary. That's been happening, and so it works vice versa.
Yeah.
If Republicans can come over to the Democrat side and try to gain some support, Democrats can go to the Republican side and gain some support. And I've even had Republicans that ask me, "Are you sure you're a Democrat?" You know, and I guess they're not accustomed to seeing farmers and small business owners, you know, staying in line with the with the Democratic Party, because a lot of times, a lot of the Republicans that are serving right now started out as Democrats. Yeah.
Yeah, there are.
Right.
Yeah. Well, Mr. Davis, I don't want you to go anywhere, and you all out there don't go anywhere, because, of course, we're going to take a commercial break, so don't go anywhere. Come back after this break. All right, see y'all later.
I'm hungry. And I'm starving.
I did not have time to go to the grocery store today.
No worries.
For 90 years, Chicken Shack has satisfied your family's hunger. Chicken Shack's famous knuckle-sucking good fried chicken is a must. Don't forget about our variety of po' boys and side dishes.
Plus dessert.
If it's still nothing stuck in you.
You all heard the man.
Indulge yourself in the ultimate experience at Phoenix Air Spa, where our professional services are specifically designed to revitalize your mind, body, and spirit. Relax, recharge, and re-emerge anew at Phoenix Air Spa. Always aesthetically you.
Dread it, run from it, destiny arrives all the same.
Oh, you think darkness is your ally? I was born in it, molded by it.
Just bury me in the ocean with my ancestors that jumped from the ships. Cause they knew death was better than bondage.
I am inevitable.
Welcome back. Glad you all stayed for the ride. We're almost finished. We're going to come back over to Mr. Davis, and I just want to get into, you being endorsed by the state Democratic Party.
Yes.
And so, how was that? How did you receive that?
Well, the what is called the Executive Committee, which is the Louisiana State Democratic Party, mirrors the way government is built over there. It kind of mirrors the way the state representatives and the congressional districts are aligned. You know, like we have 6 congressional districts. In the executive committee, we have 6 districts. And in the Louisiana State House, you have 105 districts. So we have 105 DSCC districts. And in each district, there's an A and a B, which means an A is a woman and a B is a man. So I'm on the executive committee in District 5. And so you have this congregation of people that looks just like the legislature, and they serve their districts. And we have quarterly meetings.
Yeah.
And at the quarterly meeting for the endorsement, I received more votes than the other candidates.
So how was that just to know that you have their backing?
Well, it feels good because when it's you can't take your foot off the gas, but you can think about it as, like if it was a relay race and you got a few laps to run.
Yeah.
If you won the first lap, that's the way I'm looking at it, as if I've won the first lap. I didn't win the race, but I won the first lap. And so, but I do feel like if I able to hold my stride, then I should be able to win the race. Does that mean that I'm cocky and arrogant and overconfident? No. Because you still have to go out and see the people and meet them and earn their endorsement by way of a vote.
And how's that been as far as strategy, with them helping you with any type of political strategies of even, getting, even if you were to pass this primary and then head off to the general? How's that been as far as, just the coaching up or just money even? Because you need money to run a race.
Of course, we need money. And I'm hoping that all of your listeners know that the fuel for a campaign is dollars.
Yeah.
The only way to make it work. But there's two other candidates that's running. I respect them totally. I don't disrespect their candidacies at all. And so, which means that I'm going to be working my butt off to try to see as many people or more than they do and to try to earn every vote that I can earn.
And what about the challenges that you faced along this race? Because for one, traveling, that's a challenge already, because I know I don't like to drive anywhere.
Well, the travel part is not a problem for me because in the line of work that I do, I'm driving something all the time, whether it's a tractor, a combine, or a sprayer. So I'm sitting in the seat driving something all the time. The part that's kind of hard for me is the being away from home. Because, of course, the part of the campaign that most people don't see is that when you start a race like this, you basically leave your family. I left home Tuesday. I haven't been home to my house since Tuesday. I left, had meetings, then the spring Democratic National Convention is in New Orleans, and I've been down there and doing meetings there. Today I'm in Baton Rouge with you, and I had This Week in Louisiana Politics earlier today. I also had Jim Inkster on his radio show earlier than that. And I had a little meet and greet at DC Eats earlier. So
You've been on go.
Yeah. So I mean,
do you have time to even just stop and just reflect on the race that you're running?
I'll share this with you. It's funny because I'm sitting here right here hungry right now. and was at DC Eats for a meet and greet, and I didn't eat.
Oh, Lord.
Because about time that I realized that I might ought to get something to eat, it was time to go to the next event. So that's kind of the way it goes. I'm just doing the work, and to me, the work isn't a problem.
Yeah.
And because I'm accustomed to work from where I come from.
Yeah, I mean, you start off farming.
That's exactly
hard work within itself.
Yeah.
So do you believe that just having that background not only makes you connected with your with everybody here in the state, because you're basically an everyday civilian, just
No
like
doubt.
the rest of us.
That's exactly right.
Like you said, you're not a polished politician.
I think that's an advantage in this day and time, because when you look at the news, most of the time what you hear is doom and gloom. And I think the people are fed up with established, what I would call organized politicians to where their whole life has been consumed in politics. I think it's the day and the time for what I would call the average Joe. And I think being a farmer right now, even though it's a dirty job, but it's sitting pretty right about now.
How does that reflect just on this political level? Because some people, they may have more trust in a quote unquote polished politician because they have seen them hold these different seats. But with them, it's like, okay, you're a farmer. What can you do for me?
Well, I'm gonna put a little canter on it. You know, I want to be serious and show that I'm serious about doing this job.
Yeah.
But we still have to have a little fun. So I'll ask that person, what have they done for them lately, like Janet Jackson would say. You know, and I am serious about that. If you're looking for a candidate that's served you already, just think about where you are right now.
Yeah.
You know, because all three of the Republican candidates have served and they are not producing.
Okay, so what can you put your name on that holds enough weight for people to instill their trust in you that you've done so far?
Well, no different than me serving office in Tensall Parish as the vice president.
Yeah.
When there was lead found in the water system in St. Joe, I served as the vice president, and we fought to get the town of St. Joe a new water system. Just the record that I've served and the service that I've done, I believe is strong enough. And the reason why I say that, Miss Destiny, is because what people need to realize and understand that local politics affect people immediately. So if I was good enough to serve to where when we pass something and it's voted in, it's effective immediately, that meant that your life would change right then. Whereas in the United States Senate, I'll give you an example. This one big beautiful bill that Donald Trump passed is set to take office after the midterms. Did he do that conveniently? It's done very conveniently. He wanted to make sure that that bill didn't be signed before these midterms, because if it would have, it probably would have been a death sentence for a bunch of the Republican candidates.
Yeah. Look, I'm a journalist, so I tell everybody, I try my best to stay non-biased.
Right.
But if you know, you know.
Right.
But before we close out, is there a message that you would like to, give the audience, our localians?
Right.
What is a message that you would like to give for them to know that their voice matters, their vote matters?
Yes, their vote matters. And one thing about them is, I see you, and I know your struggles, and I know your pain. If you're looking for a candidate that you can relate to, I think I'm that guy. If you're looking for a candidate that has a time history that you can go back and look and see, I'm that guy. If you're looking for a person that's a family-oriented guy, I'm that guy. If you're looking for a person that has the ability to not be compromised, I'm that guy. I am here to serve the people, and I am here to make life better for all of us, whether it's done by way of health care or way of a better education for our children, or if it's make life easier to where we can afford it. I am here to fight for you. Learn more at jamieforlouisiana.com.
Okay. JamieForLouisiana.com. All right now.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for joining me on Keep It Local. And thank you guys for tuning in for another episode. And we're going to see you later. So make sure you subscribe to the channel so you don't miss a beat on what matters most right here in the 225. All right. See you later. Bye.